I'm not your mother. I have been arguing with the film industry about a lot of things. I'm not your father. Most film schools do not teach. Why is it that independent makers think that they don't need to go out and raise their money correctly? I am not your crutch. Nobody teaches them how to translate their talent or their work or even what they've learned about their craft. Nobody teaches them how to translate that into a career, into a job. I am not your wheelchair. Shahrukh was a kid from Delhi, but he learned it all. It's an example we can keep on using again and again because it's true.
Sir, do you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Viveck Vaswani. For a large amount of time, I was only known as the man who launched Shahrukh Khan. For the last 8 years, I had been the Dean of the School of Media in Pearl Academy. I had been doing masterclasses at various institutions like Atharva and MET. I have been doing guest lectures at another 100 places in Bangalore, in Jaipur, in Delhi, in Chennai. I have been arguing with the film industry about a lot of things, and I have been actually working with a lot of new kids because all of them want to be successful. So this is me, and as we go into this video, you will get a lot of answers as to why you should actually be doing this masterclass.
So, sir, what makes a filmmaker successful in the mainstream media?
Filmmaker is successful in the mainstream media primarily and very basically because his film sells tickets. Now, for that film to sell tickets, the first thing is that there should be enough tickets to sell. Obviously, when the exhibitors, the sub-distributors and the distributors come together and realize that this film is not going to sell tickets, you're not going to get enough shows. And if you don't get enough shows, you don't make a hit. So what makes a filmmaker successful is one, his ability to deliver a film on time, on schedule, on budget, his ability to tell an engaging story, but most important, his ability, regardless of that story or stars, to be able to sell his tickets. I've known a lot of filmmakers in my lifetime. A lot of them have done it with new people. Aziz Mirza was a director who had a new actor called Shahrukh, new music directors called Jatan Lale. He still made a great film in Raju Ban Gaya Jaitu. When I worked with Anant Malani, who was also a new filmmaker, he was able to understand the business. So, when we want to direct films, we have to realize that there is something called creativity and there's something called business. Now, I must be very honest, you don't want to be the man who made the film and then sat down and moaned and groaned and whined that enough tickets were not selling because there weren't enough shows, nobody supported this film, then you start blaming the audience. There are clear and straightforward ways forward. It has to do with using your talent correctly. It has to do with understanding the ecosystem that you are in. It comes from understanding why films get successful.
What do you think? Is it easy or difficult for an independent filmmaker to get to the business side of things?
Rakesh Roshan is the biggest independent filmmaker I know, and he doesn't find any problem with understanding the business. An independent filmmaker, by definition, is a filmmaker that is not funded by a studio or a big production house. An independent filmmaker is someone who is not using corporate money. He goes to the banks and borrows his own money, or takes it from his daddy or his money, or he takes it from his friends. But an independent filmmaker basically has independent funding. Now, once he has his funding, why is it then difficult to make the independent film? So the real question is not how difficult is it for independent filmmakers to make their films. The real question is, why do independent filmmakers think that they're not supposed to know the business? Why is it that independent makers think that they don't need to go out and raise their money correctly? Why do independent filmmakers think that they have a script and they have a cast and they have an arty idea or a crafty idea or something that they think is ingenious, and then they sit down and say, we don't know what to do next? Learn what to do next. It is my honest opinion that independent filmmaking is a great way to make your film without the burden of a studio, without the burden of people pointing guns and saying, do it this way, take a star, put in an item number. It's a great way to make films. But the burden of paying off that money is also on you. So independent filmmakers, come and understand how you can balance your creativity and your independence with the right way of raising the right amount of money.
What is your advice to someone who wants to release it?
What is it that I'm going to tell a filmmaker who's made his first film but now has no way to release it? What do I say to a man who knows how to have intercourse but doesn't know how to take care of the baby? You can't be the daddy of the film. 15 minutes of intercourse and run away. You have to be the mummy of the film and go through the whole process of releasing the baby, releasing the film. And for that, very simply, you have to learn the business. The first thing we do when we make a film is realize the golden rule. Making the film is 1% of the job. Making the film successful is 99% of the job. Everybody knows the 1%. My driver comes to me and says, Saab, maine script likha. There's no entry bar. He's entitled to. Who can stop him? It's a democracy. I have students who come to me and say, sir, we've written a great script. God bless you. Today I have chat GPT. I can get out 200 scripts. None of you know how to make your film, your project, your production successful. And why do you not know that? Because you think this is a creative business only.
Why are there so many filmmakers, directors, actors, but not as many independent producers, according to you?
Everyone seems to think that filmmaking is about scripts, talent, creativity, imagination, vision. No. It's about money. If you understand how money works in the world, whether you're a doctor, engineer, lawyer, actor, filmmaker, director, DOP, AI man, teacher, if you understand how money works, you will make money. If you don't understand how money works, you will not make money. Your craft has nothing to do. I am an artist. I write scripts. I direct films. I don't know anything else. But you have to go and learn how to use a bank. You have to understand your GST. You have to pay taxes. You are going to have to learn business one way or the other. That's the way it is. You might as well understand the business of your craft. You might as well understand the business of your passion. You might as well understand the business of your talent, your imagination, your vision. And once and for all, go right ahead and become successful. It's actually very simple when you hear it from me, because finally we get conned by all these words: talent, artistry, creativity. Common sense, hard work, discipline, knowledge. You'll be successful. Raju Ban Gaya Gentleman was Shahrukh Khan's fifth film. I didn't launch him with that film. I launched him with a strategy. And that strategy is going to be the basis of the masterclass that I'm doing for Overshoot. Creativity is 1% of the job. Your talent is 1% of the job. I'm very happy to have a lot of kids who come to me every time I go to a film premiere, every time I go to see a play, every time I go to see a movie. I get kids coming and saying, sir, can you help us? Can you help us? Of course I can help. Why do you think we're doing these masterclasses? Why do you think Overshoot has reached out to me and said, guide them correctly. Let them know exactly how to become successful filmmaker. We're doing it only over 4 weeks, once a week, and a lot of time spent actually answering your personal queries, because there is no such thing as a template. If there are 50 students in a class, 50 of them want to be actors, some want to be directors, some are technical, they find that the industry roads are blocked. Each one will have to find a different path. And I would like to do what I've been doing for the last 40 years in the industry, is go down that path with you and show you the right way forward. Now, it may work for you, it may not work for you. That depends on how hard you work. But those doors will be opened for you. And all of you who've not understood, you have to plan the release of your film. You have to plan the marketing of your film. You have to plan the syndication of your film even before the first day of shoot. So then there will be no question. I mean, I'm making 3 films in the next 2 years. I am not looking for money to make the film. The cameraman is my friend. He will shoot the last day even if I don't pay. But I'm already searching for my Prince publicity money now. If that is there, the rest of the money will come. Everyone comes to me and says, we are talented, we are creative, we made a film, now what? Your hard work, your discipline, your business sense, your education, your qualification, your learning how to make your film successful is what most film schools do not teach. They come to you and say, see, you know how to direct. Here's your graduation, here's your certificate, here's your cap, go out. Nobody teaches them how to translate their talent or their work or even what they've learned about their craft. Nobody teaches them how to translate that into a career. Nobody teaches them how to translate that into a job. Nobody teaches them how to translate that into an income. Nobody teaches them how to translate that into revenues. This masterclass is not to teach you how to act or direct or shoot. I am presuming you know all that. This is to teach you one thing: how to translate your talent, your creativity and your craft into hard cash. Shahrukh was a kid from Delhi, but he learned it all. It's an example we can keep on using again and again because it's true. I launched Aziz Mirza, he became successful. Anant Balani, Sanjay Gupta did his first film, Atish at Sippy Films, because he was assisting me on Patthar Ke Phool. Anant Mahadevan did his first film, Dil Vil Pyar Vyar, with me. Rahul Bose did his first English film with me as a producer. The method that I'm teaching them to go forward in life cannot be wrong. If everyone who has worked with me, if everyone who has been guided or mentored by me, everyone is successful. Now, you want to be successful? I am not saying that I'm going to give you a Bible, and I'm not saying I'm giving you a peg. I am going to show you the road. Walking on that road 18 hours a day with your feet in blisters, watching movies every day, learning film history, every single thing is going to be part of your success. I can take a horse to the water, I can't make it drink. I can say, guys, these are the 4 roads. I can't take you like a baby and say, now walk. I am not your crutch. I am not your wheelchair. I am not your nanny. I am not your mother. I am not your father. I am a professional who is teaching you how to be professional. And if you want to learn that, only one place right now in the world that will teach you how to translate your talent, your creativity, and your education into a career and a success story is here.